Once upon a time, in a bustling town nestled amidst the verdant valleys of ancient India, there lived a businessman of great wealth and influence. He was known far and wide for his ruthless pursuit of profit and his ceaseless toil to amass riches for his family. His reputation was impeccable, save for one glaring concern that gnawed at his soul: his children. They had fallen under the spell of a wandering sage known to all as Buddha, a man whose teachings had a mesmerizing effect on all who crossed his path. The businessman's frustration grew with each passing day as he observed his children spending more and more time in the company of Buddha. The children seemed to be drawn to him like moths to a flame, and the businessman could no longer bear it. One fateful afternoon, his simmering anger reached a boiling point, and he decided to confront Buddha. With a thunderous scowl etched across his face, the businessman marched to where Buddha sat under the shade of a massive Bodhi tree, surrounded by his disciples. The air around him crackled with tension as he approached the sage, his voice trembling with anger as he accused, "You, Buddha, have stolen my children from me. They should be working diligently in my business, but instead they waste their time listening to your empty words." Buddha remained unfazed, his calm countenance a stark contrast to the businessman's fury. As the irate man continued his tirade, his frustration grew unbearable, and in a fit of rage, he spat on Buddha's serene face. The crowd gasped in horror, expecting Buddha to retaliate or at least express anger. However, to their astonishment, Buddha wiped the spittle away with a gentle smile. He did not utter a word in response to the businessman's violent outburst. That night, the businessman tossed and turned in his opulent bed, his conscience weighed down by the shocking encounter with Buddha. He had never encountered anyone who could respond to such provocation with such serenity. His anger had achieved nothing but the unsettling realization that his actions were futile in the face of Buddha's unwavering calm. The next day, humbled and deeply affected by the previous day's events, the businessman returned to the spot beneath the Bodhi tree where Buddha sat. He dropped to his knees, tears streaming down his face, and begged for forgiveness. "I am truly sorry for my actions," he implored. Buddha regarded the businessman with a serene gaze but shook his head gently. "I cannot forgive you," he replied softly. The businessman's heart sank and his shoulders slumped. "Why, wise one? What must I do to earn your forgiveness?" Buddha spoke gently, his words carrying the weight of wisdom. "True forgiveness does not come from the words of others or even from me. It resides within your own heart. You must understand that your guilt and remorse are your own punishment. Forgiveness means letting go of anger and guilt. When you have truly forgiven yourself, you will find peace." The businessman sat in silence, contemplating Buddha's words. Slowly, understanding dawned upon him. He realized that forgiveness was not something bestowed upon him by another, but a journey he must undertake within himself. With a deep sense of humility, he nodded, vowing to seek forgiveness by changing himself. In the presence of Buddha, the businessman learned the profound lesson that the greatest transformation occurs not in seeking external absolution, but in the silent revolution of the human heart. And from that day forward, he dedicated his wealth and influence to create a better world, spreading the teachings of Buddha to all corners of the land, in hopes that others might also find the path to inner peace and forgiveness.